right, welcome. We are live. Conversations to raise vibrations. I'm so excited to be here with the beautiful Elvira Hopper, as always. We just jumped off her live on her Instagram, so we get to see each other for a whole hour this morning. It's lovely. If you're doing this live, which I really hope you are, we love to engage in conversations. Just let us know. Hopefully you've given StreamYard permission to share your name. So just jump in the conversation with us. We do love to engage in conversation. And if you're watching this later, just hit hashtag replay. And as always, let us know what you love about this conversation. We are here to serve. If you're on our beautiful YouTube channel, just hit like, share, and subscribe, please. You never know who could use this content. As we said this morning, we are always raw, authentic, and real. And I think we always have fun on these conversations.
I think so.
We always have a laugh. So we have Tori Joe. Good morning.
Woohoo, we love Tori.
We have
Tori Joe.
Good morning. And we have Tina. Good morning. So excited to see somebody new on here.
Yay.
Thank you for joining us. We're so excited. If you're new, just so you know, we do have, again, I'm going to say it again, we have so much fun on these conversations, but they are always, always authentic and real and raw.
Yeah.
And fully self-expressed. And
yes, absolutely. Because is there any other way to be in life, really?
No. And it's just, we do have so much fun. Yes, we saw Janet. So thank you.
Oh, yay, Janet.
So you know what? I love it. And today we're super excited because we're going to piggyback off of a conversation we were having on Elvira's Instagram page. And as I hung up, and jumped in the studio here, we were both saying, what do you want to talk about? Because that's what we do. It's real. We don't have, nothing is scripted for those of you that are new. We just kind of, we go where spirit wants us to go.
Yeah.
And so today I think we're going to talk about get out of your own effing way and what that means to both of us. And I'd love to hear what it means to all of you. Because I kind of had an epiphany on the weekend about it. So you want me to share that and start with that? Or
tell us your epiphany.
So I was watching, I'm very in tune with the Dyer family, right? I feel this connection with the Dyer family, always have for years and years and years. And
as in Wayne Dyer. Yes. Keep going.
Yes. And I really say he is he is not he is my guru. I've always called him that. He wouldn't like me calling him that, but I call him that. And anyways, I was watching a webinar on Saturday with Serena Sage Dyer and a woman by the name of Karen Noe, who's a medium, and they use her. And I've listened to Sage and Serena many times. I have their book, The Knowing. I just love them both. They're beautiful. I love the whole family, really, Marceline, all of them, but specifically these two I was listening to. And it wasn't anything that I hadn't heard before. But in that moment, I was having a really rough day Saturday. I was really down. I was really, I was just in a really not, we say not a great place, but I was just where I needed to be, I guess, really. I wasn't up. And so I just took the time that my body needed, and I just kind of honored myself. I laid quiet all day. I did meditations. I just kind of spent time with me on Saturday. And this webinar, a picture of the webinar came across my screen, but no link. So I reached out to Sage Dyer and I said, hey, can I get the link? And she said, yeah, for sure. Sent me the link. And so it was one of those webinars you can sign up for. Well, I signed up for it right then and there. And so the link was sent to me and I watched it. And the words, lots of things, were ahas for me, but the words that got me out of my own effing way were, she quoted Rumi, what you seek is seeking you. If you would just get out of your own way. And so it just kind of hit me. And then I thought, get out of your own way. I hear that all the time. What does that even mean? What does that even mean? I was talking to my mom about it. Get out of your own way. And then I went for a walk and I was looking up to the sky and I was asking the universe. I talk to my guides all the time in my head because people will think I'm crazy. And I kept saying, what does that mean? And I visually felt myself, sidestep, getting out of my own way. And I'm like, it's deeper than that. But what does it mean? And then the next day, Sunday, I was in a meditation, a very deep meditation, and across the screen, I guess, across my head was get out of your own effing way, a guide to living a path of least resistance.
Mm.
And they said, this is the title of your book. And I've, for those of you that don't know, I've wanted to write a book for years, but I wasn't out of my own way. I played small, like, who am I to write a book? I did that whole, and I kept saying it. And I've always wanted to write. I'm not a writer, the stupid lies that we tell ourselves. And I sat down that day, right after meditation, I opened up my laptop and I started to write some ideas. I had 2,000 words before I knew. So I
Awesome.
had what was, the beginning of chapter 1. And then I had already written another chapter before, but left it, like I'm talking a year ago. I added that. Then I wrote a chapter 3 and added that. And things were just flowing. Then I got up to take a break, walked in the kitchen. And this is all in chapter 1. I saw 222 on the kitchen. And I was like,
Yes.
oh my gosh. And like, just, it was one
Yes.
thing after another that was in alignment. And there was a couple other, synchronicities that happened to me as well that are in chapter 1. But
Mhm.
I know what it means to get out of your own effing way. I
Yeah.
need that quote of Marianne Williamson, and this is for me. Maybe it means something different to everybody, but that quote of Marianne Williamson, which I
Mhm.
piece of in chapter 1, is, you know what? The fear quote, right? That's now long
Mhm.
exhausted.
Mhm.
But if anybody knows, that quote.
Yeah, our deepest fear, yes.
The deepest fear. Thank
Yes,
you.
yes.
And I was like, that's get out of your own way, because
Yeah.
I've had this fear and I've been playing small. And I'm not going to talk about what it means for you, because you talked about an Instagram, which you're about to talk about, but that was me in
Yeah.
that fear and ego, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah,
Oh, amazing.
yeah.
So first of all, congratulations that you're channeling this book. It's coming through you. I do believe that you are connected. Wayne Dyer is supporting you from the other side
I
as
did
you
do
were
that. Yeah.
as we were okay, he's there again. Okay, every time I say his name, he just shows up in my body. Thank you, Wayne. So yeah, you're very connected to the family. You're very connected to Wayne, and he's helping you posthumously. Is that the right word? I
Yeah.
don't even know.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's on the other side. He's supporting you, Lisa.
Yeah.
So you're getting what you need to share it with the world.
And I
I
did feel
believe
that
that.
on Saturday as well. Sorry, I meant to say, I did feel that. I felt him
Yeah,
like right next to me, just
yeah,
saying,
yeah. Oh,
don't you? Yeah.
and I'm totally clairsentient, and I felt him like, during the IG live we just did and today. So
Oh my
yes, absolute confirmation that Wayne Dyer is on your side,
God, I love it.
and you're connected to his family, and it's no great surprise. So yes, I love it, and I'm just so grateful you were on my IG live show. So if anybody wants to pop on to at EV Hopper, all one word. You can check out our interview, my interview with Lisa, and it was awesome. It was an awesome conversation, and we got to learn a little bit more about your magic and what you bring to the world, how you serve, and how people can reach out to you if they can use your services. So so I invite anyone to check that out if they care to, and so get out of your own effing way. That's
Yeah.
actually something that came through years ago when I did this amazing work with this coach in Portland, Oregon. Shout out to her, Jaya Rose. And she is fabulous. And she said, "Oh, my husband scared me. He came in his cycling outfit, and there's no way he's going to come on camera. Anyway, I'm embarrassing him now." So I was working with this amazing coach, and she said, she was a visibility coach. And back then, I was terrified to be visible. I was in my own effing way. Okay.
Yeah.
So we preach, we teach what we need. Okay. So I
Well,
was in my own
exactly.
effing way, right?
Oh
I
my
was
God.
in my own effing way. I couldn't get on live. I couldn't do what she did. So I hired her to help me do it. Well, you know what? I couldn't do what she recommended for a long, long time. But you know what? COVID hit, and I had to get out of my own effing way. And, we ended up doing this show, Lisa, and I ended up doing another YouTube show. And Eleanor Hayward and I did do a podcast, have done a podcast. We did our first season. We're in hiatus right now, but the idea is that, we've got to get out of our own effing way. In my books, it stands for fear and ego,
Yeah.
because if we're here as light workers, we have a message to share with the world.
Yeah.
And unless we do our inner work of healing and evolving, we might die with our real music still in us.
Yes.
We might die not fully self-actualized. We might not serve the world with the purpose we were brought here for. And in saying that, I feel inspired to reach out to my, I have another IG account at the Love Your Vibe Transformation. And I just want to share this with you because I feel like it's just so appropriate right now. I just posted this the other day. So I want you to read this, Lisa. What does that say?
I can't see it, honey.
Oh, you can't see that?
I can't.
Okay. It says, there is a U-shaped hole in the universe.
I like that.
Yeah. What does that mean to you, Lisa, before I read what I wrote?
Well, when I hear that there is a U-shaped hole in the universe, it means you need to be in the universe, shining your light, shining your truth, fully self-actualized, which Maslow's hierarchy of,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
It's
hierarchy of needs. Yeah, absolutely. And I believe that this U-shaped hole, it's almost like there's a puzzle and everybody's piece is in that universe. And there's a hole that's Lisa. And unless Lisa is living her truth, the universe doesn't benefit from her magic, right? So there's a hole, and only Lisa can fill that when she does the inner work. This is what I believe, right? I believe there deeply that there is a U-shaped hole in the universe. Without you, we are less than as a humanity.
Yeah.
Imagine what would the world look like if each of us truly believed in this possibility. What might we feel about ourselves? How would we treat others?
Yeah.
Or how would we treat each other? Okay. So that I feel is an important thing that I was guided to share with you, because fear and ego will always want to run the show. Okay. So what does ego look like? Ego, there's this nasty contrast game of ego that I was shown when I was at rock bottom. And all the teachings and tools that came through me that saved my life, that have now become a movement. People are using those teachings and tools to help others as well as their own systems on my platform. And because it's not just one person's set of teachings and tools, it's everyone's that matter. And so when I was at my rock bottom and I realized that, sorry, there was something else I was going to share first. Effing stands for fear and ego. One of the teachings that was shown to me was that we play something called the nasty contrast game of ego as humans. So we're either playing, I'm too small, I can't do it, I have fear, or we're playing the opposite, which compensates for that, which is, I'm all that in a bag of chips. I don't need anything. I don't need anyone. So we're either in these two like extremes, whereas the teaching that came through me is that we can live in a different place. We can live in a place of alignment. Miracle magnet zone, as I like to call it. I'm just going to show you a picture, a schematic from, we're doing the 5-day invitation this week in my Facebook group, mine and my team's Facebook group, the miracle, the miracle mindset zone. What's it called? Oh my God. The miracle, oh my God, I can't even think of it. If anyone knows the name of our group, please put it below. That it is a group that's not coming to me right at this moment, but I will think of it. Anyways, here's one of the schematics that we show. When we're in a low vibration and we are vibrating at the level of ego and fear and ego, and I'm not good enough, or I'm all that in a bag of chips, we are in a low vibration. We become a crap magnet. But when we choose to get off of that we don't play that game anymore, right? Homie, don't play that game no more. We come up to this place, which is miracle magnet zone.
Yeah.
And that's actually the name of the group, Miracle Magnet Zone. There you go. Okay.
Put it there.
Yeah. So basically being up here in Miracle Magnet Zone is where you're being authentically yourself. You are being who you were brought here to be. You are being your higher self. You're not stuck in the ego crap magnet, I'm all that in a bag of chips, or I'm not good enough, right? That's a low vibration. When you're down there, you're going to attract crap. But when you're up here and you realize, I'm here for more, I need to stay out of my own effing way, fear and ego, so that spirit can use me. This is what I believe light workers do. It's not about them. It's not about their egos. They don't have to live up in their head. They can live in their heart. They can manifest all that they need to leave the world a better place.
Yeah.
You're doing it, Lisa, through your book, through your movement of this beautiful group of
Yeah.
20,000 plus women. You're
Yeah.
doing it through this show with me. You're doing it through all the teachings and tools that you share with the world, all the magic you bring in your healing, your coaching. You're an NLP practitioner. You do all this other, HUNA, all this beautiful
Yeah.
stuff. You're living aligned, authentic, and fully self-expressed. And maybe some days you don't feel it. And that's when you go into the shit zone. Okay. And that's maybe what happened on the weekend, possibly, or you were supposed to go there to process something.
I was just going to say, we can call it the shit zone, or as Serena says, we talk about quote unquote bad things that happen to us. But everything that we're going through in whatever moment is happening for us, not to us. We can choose to look at it as a gift, which is, Saturday, I just sat with it and went with it. Yeah. Okay.
And you have to go through those moments, Lisa, because the women that you're meant to serve are going through those moments. And if they didn't see you as someone they could relate to, that's been there where they've been, you wouldn't have any credibility. There's some days where I wake up and I feel like total hell. And we talked about this, Lisa, and you said, Elvira, you should talk about it. So that my background is mental health hell, right? Like my dad struggled with depression, anxiety, panic disorder, suicidal ideation. Okay. Sins of the father visited onto the child. It's in my genetics. So when I go to a dark place, when I get hit hard, sometimes it's like, oh, I forget who I am. And a couple of weeks ago, I woke up and I had this horrible dream and I was in this yucky state. And I dreamt of my old, I have two best friends, previous best friends that I had to say goodbye to, because when I started living authentically and was no longer a crap magnet, they couldn't relate to me anymore. And they were living out of alignment. So they couldn't see what I was doing. And I didn't feel seen, safe, celebrated, and supported like I do with my beautiful team today. And that's why we have these beautiful groups, because I believe that even if you don't have support in your family or your friends don't get you, you can do this inner work with a beautiful community where you do feel seen, safe, celebrated, and supported. So I had that dream a couple of weeks ago, Lisa, and I dreamt of one of my old best friends that I was best friends with them almost 40 years. We were childhood friends. It's really sad. I still love them. I just can't be around them. As I always say, if one of them needs a kidney, I will be there with one kidney, whoever needs it first, because I can't give the other one. But basically, I love these women. I just can't be around them because they don't get me. They don't see that I was able to become my authentic self at 51, becoming a jazz singer. They couldn't even come out to my jazz album launch because they just couldn't see me, right? They couldn't see me. And yet I'm grateful. I'm grateful for that, because I was able to break away from those friendships to become who I truly am today. And I am even more empowered because I said good, I was able to put them in the Farter circle. This is one of my teachings. I give it free online. If you go to elvirahopper.com, I put them in my Farter circle with love and light. So anyways, all this to say that one of the woman's husbands really bullied me back then. Okay. So today I am unbullyable. I am unfuckwithable. But back then I was still bullyable. I was still doing the inner work. And this guy really got to me. And so as I was waking up, I was remembering that I just dreamed about him and I felt like crap. And in my head, I had a fleeting moment like, I'm still here. Like, what's the point? What's the freaking point? And I felt like shit. And I had an instant of saying, the world might be better off without me. Why don't I just end it all? That is my go-to, right? When I'm in a low vibration, I will go to that. But then what's great about this inner work is I was able to come back. I was able to love my vibe. I started doing, the teachings and tools as I was divinely shown them. And I came back quickly, like within a half hour, I was feeling great.
Yeah. And I never told you this, but when we went for lunch last week and you shared the story with me, I came away feeling not, I'm so happy for you that you felt like that. I felt so happy because I always look at you as you're always so up, you're always so like,
Mm.
like you're just so vibrational. How does she stay up like that all the time? And so when you shared that with me, there was a moment and I felt it. And I was like, oh, fuck, I'm not the only one. Like,
Thank
I'm not the
you.
only one who still goes there to that,
Yeah.
when you get down, what's the point? What am I,
What am I here for? Yeah.
what am I
Thank you.
here
Thank you for that, Lisa.
Oh,
And
I meant to tell you that after and I forgot, so I'm so glad you're bringing this up because I think what it's really important is that, we're doing these, and I wrote this quote down, what we preach and teach is what we need to learn. Because that's what I feel writing this book.
mm,
I'm writing this, and a lot of it's written, I'm writing it in past tense, right? As if I no longer have these issues, because when it gets published, I'm not going to. But I'm writing it and I'm like, I'm writing this because this is what I'm going through.
yeah.
And someone else is going to be, if I help one person from writing this and relate to this,
Yeah.
you want to be relatable. And at that moment, I mean, I'm relatable to you all the time. That's why we do this. But in that specific moment, there was this opening, and I was like, oh, okay. I get it. She
Yeah.
feels like sometimes too. So I
Yeah.
just think it's really important for people to know that getting out of your own effing way, because that's what we're talking about
Yeah.
here, is also doing the work,
Yeah.
because you can't get out of your own effing way unless you've done the inner work or you're doing the inner work. It's never done. Let's be
Yeah.
real. So
Yeah.
you're always doing it. And I think if I was up and vibrationally high on Saturday, I wouldn't have seen that webinar because
Exactly.
I would not have had a reason to sit there, scroll through, see it. I would have been busy all day, so I wouldn't have watched it. It might have sat in my inbox for a while. Like there's
Yeah.
all of those things.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I do believe everything is in divine timing
Yeah.
and
And it's
every
perfect. It's perfect. And everything is always happening for us, not to us. So for me, when I woke up that morning and I had this, horrible dread in my body because I just dreamed it. And it took, maybe within half an hour, I was back to myself. But I was meant to go there
yeah,
because I was able to share it with you, and you had even more relatability to me because you've
yes,
always seen me as this person up here, because yeah, that's where I tend to be 98% of the time.
yeah,
I'm living up here in miracle magnet zone, right?
yeah,
But 2% of the time I'm in crap magnet zone. I'm human. And that morning I woke up in crap magnet zone.
yeah,
But fortunately, I have these teachings and tools, so I'm able to shift quickly. There were
yeah.
times where I stayed in those dark places for days, weeks, months, and
Oh yeah,
even years. Okay.
yes,
So, this is what I'm here to say. I'm not perfect. I'm simply someone that was divinely gifted these tools. I use them every day. If I wasn't loving my vibe every day, I could easily be in bed in a fetal position, in depression and
yeah,
in panic disorder and suicidal ideation. I could easily do that, but I choose not to. I choose to take care of my mental health by loving my vibe every day. And I am truly a miracle magnet. Amazing things find me every day. People, situations, things, new clients, like, I'm just being myself. I'm being real. And, and I'm letting you know that because I live and breathe this every day and it's helped my mental health. How can it help your mental health? Quite possibly, right? So if you want to check out what we're doing, if I can just make a quick plug, Lisa,
yeah.
in our miracle magnet zone, that's the name of the group. We're doing this playbook all week. Okay. So you can just ask to join Miracle Magnet Zone on Facebook. Maybe someone can drop it below if they're able to. But we're going through this book, and it's basically just teaching some of the teachings and tools from our course free of charge. Right. And Eleanor, Jennifer, and I, those are my two miracle mindset mentors that are, they basically created the 6-month program when COVID hit, shut us down. They said, Elvira, we love your system. We want to share it with the world. So they came together and created the 6-month program. And we're actually giving one away free this week on Friday. So you get points for handing in your playbook. You get points for interacting even after the fact, #replay. You can watch them after. You get points for interacting, and you get points if you want to do a video at the end of the week and talk about what was the biggest breakthrough for you. So
Right.
you will be put on a wheel, and we're going to do a draw on Friday to win one of these amazing six-month programs. So
Amazing.
many people that have done it. want to facilitate this work as well. So they're going to use it as an extra stream of income, helping others, also having their own systems on my site, because I do work with entrepreneurs that are light workers. I call them light workerpreneurs. And I've literally just bought the URL, lightworkerpreneur.com. And I invite you to check it out to see if you might be one of these people called light workerpreneurs. And I have a system to help them create extra income, because if we're starving as light workers, we don't get to do the work that we were born to do. We have to work a day job, or we just say, oh, I'm not meant to do that because I don't have time to do it. Well, guess what? If you're a light worker, like you and I, Lisa, and I'm sure many people in the chat here and watching this video later on YouTube, if you're a light worker, it's your duty to get out of your own effing way and serve the world with your magic. And if the world doesn't get your magic, it's lesser than, because there's a U-shaped hole in the universe. And it's your job to do the inner work so that you have the courage to show up and be visible. And I just help you to be more visible, because it's hard to be visible on our own. Like I said, with that coach, it was hard for me to be visible for the longest time. But now I've done deeper inner work and I help others be more visible because I'm more visible. So, you know, this is what's going on. And so the effing, you know, it stands for fear and ego. And so she and I, we channeled this, you know, this tagline. And then after one of my jazz shows, I woke up feeling very jazzy. And I said, I have this tagline and it's great. And I'm a singer. I'm going to sing my tagline. So this is what I do at the end of my videos, a lot of them, like the IG live show that I did today with you as well. You didn't sing it, but you said it. And so this is it. And I'm sure some of you have heard it before, because you know, some are my friends below. But here's how it goes, okay? A 1, a 2, a 1, 2, 3. Get out of your own effing way. Your miracle life awaits. Yeah. And that's it. We are all in our own effing way. We have to get out of there and make miracles happen. Do you resonate?
I love it. I want to read something that Tori Jo posted a couple minutes ago. One must sit in the darkness to appreciate the light within. Right?
I love that. I love that. Tori Jo is so full of wisdom. This is a woman who's been through so much, and she is so wise. And we're so grateful she's part of our community. I love that, Tori Jo.
I love it too. And she said something before, but I'll comment on it after, because I'm not sure where it is right now. But she said, indeed, I believe I haven't gotten clients because I was planning on doing things the way I have seen, not what I actually do for myself. Now that I've decided to do what I do, the step has appeared.
Yay!
Gaslight yourself to believe you have to do it like everyone else. And that's so true.
Yeah.
That's so true, because even when I was writing the book, I had to really, I just kept writing and writing, but the thought would come in every once in a while. I didn't allow it to stay. I didn't allow it to plant itself in there. But it was, this stuff's been written so many times before. Who am I to write this? I thought somebody needs to hear it from me. And that's all I just kept saying. Somebody needs to see it from
your words, Lisa, will resonate more than Wayne Dyer's words for that person that needs you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you for saying that. Yeah. And you know what? Like, who are you to be like Wayne Dyer? Well, who are you not to be? Okay. If it's like what the Rumi's quote, what you are searching for is searching for you. Or what was the quote again? I forget.
What you seek is seeking you.
What you seek is seeking you. Yeah. Like it's in you for a reason. And you, the people that you're meant to serve will find you, because as you get more visible and have the courage to play full out, get out of your own effing way, those people will find you. So I love that you're writing this book, because more people are going to find you, Lisa, and you get to share your magic with them.
Thank you.
The world needs your magic. There is a U-shaped hole in the universe, Lisa. And, you know, and I'm speaking about you, but I'm speaking for everyone. We all have magic inside of us, and we need to get out of our own effing way.
Yes, 100%. And the thing with the fear and the ego that you talk about, you guys, it's so paralyzing. It literally paralyzes you to the point where you feel like the image I'm getting is like you're in quicksand and you just can't move. And so it's easier to do nothing. That's how I have been
Yeah.
for so long. It's just easier to do nothing. But as I said, I remember who I am and
Mhm.
no more. I'm getting
Yeah.
out of my own effing way. And it's
Yeah.
just, that's it. I'm just,
Yay. Yay, Lisa.
yeah,
Woohoo. Aha.
I'm so excited. I'm so excited for this. I'm so excited for what's to come. I'm so excited for our group coaching program, and
Yes.
I'm
Oh,
so excited
so
just to
excited for that.
go and move and serve and just be the light that I'm
Yes.
meant to be, right?
Be the light.
So
Yes, I love it. I love it. That's actually Janet that's her tagline, be the light, because she's such a
oh my
bright light worker too. And she was a pharmacist for over 40 years, but now she's helping people to do the inner work and to integrate like medicine with the inner work and help people that way, and there's so many women struggling later in life. And I just turned 60. She's in her 60s. And, she's here to help women later and to be the light. So I love that you said that,
yeah,
be the light. We can all be the light if we choose to be. And
yeah.
I'm so grateful, Lisa. This group coaching program looks amazing. You and I spent some time last week, and oh my God, like I was getting chills as I was reading, and I was adding my piece to what you had done. And I just know this is going to be such a beautiful program.
I agree. I agree. Tori Jo says there is a song out called Numb Little Bug. My daughter and I talked about it after listening this morning. It was a good conversation. Empathetic and positive. I adore my old soul child. Oh, that's so beautiful, Tori
Oh,
Jo.
that's beautiful.
Yeah,
Such gorgeous words.
love it.
Yay.
We are at 30 minutes, so just over 30 minutes, and I like to just honor people's time. So thank you for everyone that jumped on. Honestly, from the bottom of our hearts, we are grateful that we have you with us on Wednesdays. We love you. Elvira, I love you, and I love the vibe you bring to this, and I'm so grateful that our paths crossed in this lifetime. So
Yes.
thank you again, and if you're watching it later, please, again, just hit hashtag replay. Let us know what you love, and jump over to our YouTube channel, like, share, and subscribe. Thanks again, and
Thank
until next,
you.
we will see you then.
Mwah.
Bye.
Bye.
3, 2, 1.